Welcome back to the Hype Mind, guys. I hope you're excited. We're going to kick this off with some content for the purpose of our discussion today. So let me just share my screen real quick and give you sound, which I didn't do the first time. And there's Zoom. And let's see. Here we go. Okay. Might have to restart this. Anyway, this dude meets this chick.
Are you new here?
Yeah, I will be. I start Monday.
So you haven't met anybody else in the school?
Nope, just you.
And you don't know if there's anybody better?
What?
I'd be delighted to show you where the office is.
Can I help you? Of course.
Yes, thank you for calling. Dad, great news. My sophomore year is finally picking up. There's a new girl at school named Lila, and she doesn't know anybody, and she's coming over here tomorrow.
You invited a girl here, and she said yes?
Promised to do her homework for a year or something?
No, I just told her that I was hanging out and she should join me. But where do I go from here? I have no idea how to court a lady. I wish I could just grab her and keep her in the basement for 3 days until she likes me.
Yeah, Brick, don't say that again.
Sorry, but I only have this weekend to make my move. Once Monday hits and the whole school sees her, it's over.
Well, wow. So you really like this girl?
She's available. Of course I like her. I don't know what it is, but I just want to spirit her off to a cabin in the woods so she's totally dependent on me for meals.
Brick again.
Look, all I know is she's coming over here tomorrow, and we gotta do something epic. We can't just throw something together at the last minute. Everything has to be on point. Mom, first of all, maybe you can start by picking up some of these bras. I'm telling you, this girl is a whole new opportunity for me. For the first time since breaking up with Cindy, I feel alive again. I just...
Excuse me. Sorry. Hi, I'm totally...
Okay. All right. Let me get out of the screen share and hop back in here.
Take a breather.
Yeah, honestly, it's a little funny, but the deeper message isn't. We won't even get into his parents because, wow, you have a girlfriend? Geez, thanks for supporting your kid in his endeavors. But I saw this and it made me cringe when I first saw it because this is so many dudes. You haven't met anybody else but me? Oh my gosh, this is my only shot. Mom, Dad, this girl's coming over. I got one shot. I can't blow it. I have to do everything right. I need your help. I haven't felt this way since my last girlfriend. I can only feel good about myself when I'm with a woman. I'd love to just throw up. It's very disgusting. So that's what we're talking about is this clip because.
And this doesn't, you wouldn't have to, or this doesn't just happen with women. Like this happens with other things that you see as opportunities in life.
Yeah,
and
that's true
the
too.
good thing to ask yourself, is that someone you want to be? That's the opposite of being cool, calm, certain. And is that the person you want to be? Like this just seemed anxious, worried, concerned, uncertain.
Dependent.
Yeah, exactly.
Fearful. Yeah.
Are those types of ways of being you want to have and be?
I think this is normal for any human to experience this, right? But it's a sign of dependency. It's a sign of neediness, and it's a sign of not seeing yourself as a valuable person, as a worthy person, as a person who is loved and deserves love, and all this. I mean, you could pick 100 different sentences that came out of his mouth, and all of them screamed, I don't have any value. I don't see myself as a valuable individual, right? Which is good for us to acknowledge, but he didn't seem to even notice that, right? Which he's getting there. But even his parents didn't call that out to say, hey, there's lots of girls out there, and this girl, you get more than one chance with this girl. Like it's not one shot and done. And like Daniel said too, this doesn't just have to relate to women or to someone you want to date. This can relate to any opportunity you get in life. That's not how it works. Life doesn't just give you one opportunity and if you blow it, you're done. It's like, well, at that point, you might as well have died yesterday because there wouldn't be any point to your life. But you live on, and you live on because life continually gives you opportunities. You can continually find opportunities and create opportunities for yourself, even with the same scenario, even with the same girl. Just because you mess it up once doesn't mean you can't make it right again or take a better stab at it.
Yeah, it's funny because I used to have like that type of mentality for a lot of things, but especially women, where if I saw someone, beautiful across the room, I'd be like, well, I got one chance to talk to her, or I got like, or I have to interact with her before she leaves,
Yep.
or whatever, and if I don't, then I don't get to interact with her again.
I have
And
to take advantage
then
of
I
this
just
now.
Yeah, and then I just thought to myself, I don't want to be that type of person. I want to see even someone stunning across the room and be like, hey, if I run into her, interact with her, then cool. If I don't, no big deal. And I was like, cool, that's just the person I want to be. I don't want to be running around like a chicken with his head chopped off, trying to
Yeah.
hop on every opportunity like it's the world to him. Like there's
Or
nothing else you could live
guarding
without.
stuff. I mean, he takes her into the principal's office and he peeks out the door. Is there anybody following me? Has anybody seen I'm with the pretty girl? Has anybody noticed she's here yet? I mean, gosh, what a horrible way to live. Like you, me too. I used to have the same mentality. Sometimes I still have the same mentality about stuff. Something happens and I go, I gotta get this now. I gotta buy this thing now while it's on sale. That's a good actually example. We see that stuff with stuff on sale. If I don't grab it now, it won't be on sale next week. You'll still be able to buy it. It'll cost $2 more. Like I'm sure you have $2 more to spend, but
And
guarding.
it's funny, that's just human nature too, because that in sales that works. You say, hey, this is gonna be 50% off, and deadline
Buy
or your
now.
purchasing is gonna be, and yeah, gonna end in 24 hours. People go crazy. They're like, oh, I'm gonna miss out. And that's it. This is a big fear thing, is now you're not motivated by actually want this opportunity. You're motivated by the fear of missing out. I'll
Yeah.
miss this opportunity.
FOMO.
And fear can be super motivating, but in a way that's not very grounded and
Well,
long lasting and rejuvenating.
it's crippling. I mean, seeing the level of anxiety and worry and need on his part in that clip, like I can relate to that. Oh my gosh, if I don't say hello to her right now, if I don't bring her to the principal's office myself, if I don't make sure nobody else is following, like, oh, you just get thrown off track. um Instead of focusing on, oh, here's a woman I'd like to meet, I'd like to attract into my life, I'd like to see if we have things in common, because geez, just because she's pretty doesn't mean you'll have a great life with her. um, and so you end up focusing on the fear, you end up focusing on guarding, you end up focusing on all the insecurity and the anxiety that's happening. Is someone else going to notice her? Am I throwing the best party? And you take the focus off all the important stuff, all the stuff that actually creates connection and attraction and um, and peace within yourself and joy within yourself, because that's that's what you are looking for. It's what I'm looking for a lot of times in those moments. Oh, I want to experience joy. I want to connect with someone and or obtain something that brings a greater something to my life. But you get caught up on the wrong focus, and you take all your energy out of creating something great in the moment, meeting a new person, and you end up wasting all that energy in fear and anxiety and neediness, and just it's a bad taste in your mouth once you understand what you've been doing. um, and like I said, having been there myself, I can see just how revolting it is.
Hmm. And it's like now, now you can't even enjoy yourself. Now you can't even enjoy your interaction with whatever opportunity that presents itself. It's
Well,
all about, yeah, it's all about hyper analyzing whether you perfectly, right? And this is like being a perfectionist too, hop on this opportunity and that nothing else interferes. And now you're just you're anxious thinking about how it can go wrong instead of enjoying what's right in front of you.
Exactly. While you're watching that clip, I it was a little funny. If you don't look at it, if you keep it on the shallow level and don't look deeply at it, it was a little funny, right? But at what point did you get the impression that he was enjoying himself? Never, because he really wasn't. He wasn't enjoying himself, right? He was excited to feel like he had a chance, but he wasn't even being present in the moment of the opportunity that had come to him. He was just looking to the future, saying, I don't want to live here. I want to live outside of myself in the future and focus on that. And at no point did you notice any moments of joy in that, where he was like, wow, mom, dad, I met this lovely girl and I'm really looking forward to going out with her. It was I met someone, we have to go out with her. If I don't do something right now, and I need your help, and if you don't help me, it's going to fail, and I can't do this on my own, and I never get this chance, and I have a shitty life when after someone broke up with me. So if I don't get someone else, and it was just tension and anxiety, and you can feel the energy he's putting off, and none of it was joyful. None of it was like, wow, she's lovely. Wow, I think I'll ask her out. Wow, I I I was actually thinking on hanging out in my backyard and having a fire, and maybe I'll invite her. Yeah, she might be good company. Hopefully, hopefully she's good company. And we'll have a good time. No, it's just sour energy.
Yeah, instead of joy, that was pain. Like all he was thinking about,
Uh,
what if this doesn't work out? Like I have to make this work out.
and it's super needy, right? And like I said, I think, like you said, this can go for a whole array of topics in your life. And like I said, this can go for men and women alike. But for the guys, I see so many guys who specifically enter this frame of mind, this mode of being, when they meet a girl, and it is disgusting. I'm sorry, but it is gross. Like, pull yourself together. Your life doesn't. He doesn't even know her. His life doesn't revolve around her. But he's like, let me make you the center of my universe, even though you could be a serial killer. You're like, a girl meets a guy, she's like, how do I know you're not going to kill me, right? He meets a girl and he's like, kill me. Jeez, like, good Lord, dude. But so many guys enter this frame of mind. Out of all the things that could happen with different people and with different scenarios, guys do this the most with women. And it is so unattractive, so unbeneficial and unloving and uncaring for yourself. Um, it shows no value or worth for yourself, no self-respect, no sense of importance in just taking care of yourself and living in a state of peace and abundance and confidence and security. And instead you're like, okay, let's take this and turn it into something completely fearful and anxiety driven, where I don't believe I deserve what I have, and I don't believe I can get what I want, and I just don't have any belief or faith or value in myself. It's
So I
like,
have to force it.
yeah. And even forcing it doesn't feel good. You force it, she's uncomfortable. You're sitting here going, well, I didn't want to force it, but I felt like I had to. And guys, like, this is what I see guys do all the time. This is what I used to do all the time. And my challenge would be to notice that and to step back and to take a minute and to breathe and say, yeah, I deserve an awesome woman. She's really pretty. But if she's meant to be in my life, she'll walk down the hall tomorrow too. So I can always, introduce myself tomorrow. I can always hope that she'll be in one of my classes because she's new at school. In that video, it right jumps to the conclusion he'll never see her again. This is his only shot. For all he knows, she's in all of his classes, and he could get to know her there instead. But it's ugly. It's ugly. This is what I would encourage a man not to do ever, and to be very conscious of when you are doing it, because it's what it says the most is that I don't value myself. I don't value myself. And so I don't expect you to value me. And right there, you are setting yourself up for a relationship that is not going to work out. It doesn't matter if this is actually the only shot he gets with this chick. He already has a belief in his mind, a very poor belief and story that says, I don't deserve you. I'm not worthy of you. And so she's going to follow suit and be like, okay, that's your belief. I'll believe you. Cool.
Yeah,
Yourself up
for
for
sure.
failure.
And it's freeing to be able to see someone you like or who's attractive and realize that, well, it's okay if I don't ever, right, get to know them. It's okay if they walk away. I missed the opportunity.
Right? Miss the opportunity.
Yeah.
And that is an act of breaking free of dependency. That is an act of going against dependency, because the dependent side of you that you might not be familiar with says, I need to do this. I have to. I don't have a choice. This is my only chance. She needs to be in my life. Like he said, I haven't felt this way since my last girlfriend, That's all a sign of a dependency. And it's okay. It's normal. Everybody's got dependencies. I have dependencies. I've had a lot of dependencies in the past. But noticing that sign and saying, you know what, I'm going to break free from this dependency. And like you just said, acknowledge that she can walk down the hallway and I don't have to bring her to the office, and I don't have to invite her over to my house, and I don't have to make any move at all. I don't even have to see her again. Right. And that's just a practice of letting the dependency go a little bit.
And then when it does, and then when you realize that I don't need to, that I don't have to, then you can approach her from this opportunity from a different place. You can approach her with a sense of calm and coolness and just pure desire, not fear of missing out, but like
complete different mindset.
Yeah, exactly. And we're talking about relationships here. That's a lot more intimate. That's a lot more caring, connecting than approaching a woman with the idea of I need to trap her into my life. Like I need something. Yeah.
Like his examples, I just want to lock her in my basement.
And what's interesting to note is that he clearly has a dependency on getting a girl he likes and here that is her. And he wants her to be dependent on him.
Right.
More dependent on him than he is on her. Where he said the example was, I wish she would depend on me for meals, right? So she wouldn't go or leave or whatever.
Yeah. He says that till she does it, and it feels very uncomfortable because it's not natural. And then, but hey, wanted to share that with you guys because a lot of men fall into that trap. They fall into the trap of, I don't value myself. And then I act like I don't value myself. And then nobody values me. And then I wonder why I don't have good things in my life. And it's because I don't believe I deserve good things. So, I encourage you to notice that in yourself and to take those steps towards freedom of resisting the need for dependency, the desire for dependency. It's a false desire. It's a false idol.
Yeah. I mean, you make a great point there, especially about valuing yourself, because these types of reactions you have to opportunities just shows other people that you don't think you're deserving. Like you don't think you're worthy of these things. And so when they see that, they say, well, I don't want to connect with you. I don't want to have you if you don't even believe you're deserving of me. So that's something to recognize too. If you're reacting this type of way, you can also turn to yourself and say, why am I reacting this way? Do I actually believe that I'm undeserving right now?
Keyword reacting. Right? You're not acting, you're reacting. You're
Exactly.
stimulus response and just driven without taking the time to process it. It's the same thing. I used to do this, right? I used to do this. So I wasn't comfortable doing this, but I did it because I didn't feel like I had a choice. My girlfriend would be like, oh, I can't do it tonight. And I'd be like, oh my God, but I need you. I'd get in the car and drive to her instead because she didn't want to come to me. It's exactly same dynamic going on behind the curtains as what he was doing in that clip. You know, just a neediness driven. I don't have any other alternatives. If I miss out on this moment right now, then I miss out on the rest of my life. And that's absolute bullshit. So thanks for tuning in, and we will catch you in the future. Don't forget to hit like, especially if this movie hits a part of you that is relatable, right? No shame in that.
Yeah. Or leave some comments.
Yeah.
Questions are great.
Or just subscribe. We like that.
That too.
Peace.
All right, y'all. Peace.